What's up, crew? Hope you're having a rad day. Welcome to Raw Vlog number 22. Raw Vlogs are recorded live in front of a steering wheel on my way to getting my Friday morning coffee delivered straight from the camera to you, raw and unedited. In today's Raw Vlog, after our normal segments, we're going to be talking about attitude on the trail, mindset on the trail, and how that affects your day riding. In our first segment, which previously was point of contention, I'm switching it. Oh wait, channel news. Channel news, my wrist, I'm officially out of the brace for good. I was wearing it off and on. I've started PT, well, I guess technically OT, occupational therapy. I don't really know what the difference is, but started OT, and the therapist wanted me to be totally out of the brace, so I'm out of the brace, doing exercises. I'm actually starting to be able to move my wrist a little bit. Whoa, look at that. Still can't make a fist, but coming along, stoked on that. It's been painful, but this is a good kind of pain because it is about getting me closer to the bike. Yeah, wait, did I already do channel news? I did channel news because we talked about the... Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry, my brain is all mixed up. Other piece of channel news, I got a really great feedback from y'all on the closing weekend vlog, that crazy lift line, and how positive everyone was. That was rad. I'm currently working on the second vlog from closing weekend. Do tune in for that one. It's going to be pretty rad. There was some pretty interesting stuff that happened with Kelly and Katie up on the trails. Katie borrowed my Santa Cruz Bronson, and Kelly and Katie went riding around and had a good time and some adventure. And it involves Turtle Trail, which if you were up there, you will find that to be interesting already. And then there's some stuff on Muscle Beach, as well as looking at 650B. There's just, it's the trail mix, that one. Yeah, so channel news over. What I was calling point of contention is now going to be point of curiosity, because that opens it up a little bit more and really makes it about what I'm going for with that segment. Point of curiosity today, SRAM Brakes. So I've only been riding for a few years. I'm a bit of a noob, but in the time that I've been riding pretty much SRAM Brakes the whole time. I've had 3 bikes. And if I include Kelly's bikes, you know, it's like, I think of a total of 5 bikes. And I believe every bike that I've ridden has had SRAM brakes. And I often hear this comment when brakes aren't working, or particularly when brakes squeal. People will often make the joke of like, I hear SRAM brakes, and that sort of thing, which is, it's pretty funny to do that sort of thing. My point of curiosity is, what's the deal with that? Because I've never actually had any problems with my SRAM brakes, and nor has Kelly, across 5 different bikes. I'm going to be conservative and say 4 bikes. I'm not totally sure that my first bike had SRAM brakes. Truth is, the first bike I actually had a lot of squealing brakes because, well, I was a beginner and I did a lot of brake dragging, which, if anything, will cause your brakes to squeal a whole bunch. So yeah, please let me know. The thing with point of curiosity is I'm asking you, crew, I'm asking you to help me understand what's going on here. Help me answer the question. So crew, please answer, what's the deal with the perception of SRAM brakes being not as good as Shimano and always squealing? Point of gratitude. Today's point of gratitude is, so I've talked before about how grateful I've been to the community for, you know, supporting me, but I want to call out somebody in particular, and that's Kelly. Kelly has been incredibly rad. You know, we're talking, it's been, are we at like 3 months now? 3 months of having a gimpy husband around the house who can't do much. She's had to deal with a lot of stuff and watch me go through things, and she's never made me feel guilty. She's always been supportive. She's done so much for me, and I don't know where I'd be without that woman. So huge, heaps of gratitude for Kelly. Yeah. So let's get into the subject matter for today. Mindset on the trail, trail attitude, that sort of thing. We've talked about this in various ways previously, but never very specifically about it. And the reason I want to talk about this is I'm thinking about where my head is going to be when I get back on the trail. I'm going to have been off the bike for months by the time I'm even sitting on a bike, before my hands are even touching a handlebar grip. So I've been thinking about where I want to be and how I want to move forward with my brain on the bike. So, you know, I've seen different attitudes while riding the bike, and I've had different types of attitudes while riding the bike, and they've really kind of affected my ride. One type of attitude is, you know, just I'm out to be outside and I'm just cruising, and it's really about being out in nature. And you know, it's a pretty calm attitude. I do think when I started riding, that's kind of where I was at, and anytime we got into steep or technical or just challenging terrain at all, it was really hard for me to maintain that I'm just out in nature kind of attitude. Some of that was like the trails I was riding. Obviously you can do that if you're like on some really mellow contour trails that just like keep it super mellow. So really, I guess that's kind of the other thing, is that your attitude for riding really is gonna be affected also by your trail, right? Okay, so now this is kind of opening up to me. I think really at the base of it, it's that thing about, it's a concept of your riding attitude needs to match the trail, right? So if it's an aggressive trail, you should have an aggressive attitude. If you have a tentative attitude on an aggressive trail, that's gonna bite you. I guess you could also have an aggressive attitude on a super mellow trail, but then your fellow mellow riders will get you. Yeah, but I guess, you know, that you want your level of aggression to at least to match your level, or to be at least as aggressive as the trail. Be more aggressive, but at least as aggressive. That's one aspect. I think the attitudes that I also wanted to talk about, which is, I guess, pivoting a little bit in this concept, is the attitude of fun versus competition, versus skill building, and I don't think you have to pick one of those. I think really most of us go into it, if we were to think of those as three different dials, you know, we have those turned to different levels. I think for me, they're pretty, I mean, and again, I think if I look at the average of days, because it's going to be different from day to day, if I look at the average of days, they're probably going to be pretty even, because I find challenging myself to learn a new skill or improve a skill is fun, and having some friendly level of competition with my fellow riding buddies helps. So I like a bit of it all. I guess really the competitive knob would be turned down just a little bit. So, you know, like competitive knob is maybe like a 3, and then the fun knob is like a 4. I only have 3 left, so then the skills would be a 3. So I guess the fun is all the way up for me. What, I don't know, if you thought of that knobs, I don't know what you would do. Let me know like what your numbers would be, saying 10 is the top and 0 is the bottom. That's one type of that's the mindset I'm kind of thinking about. The other kind of dynamic here is the concept of attentiveness. Stacy Johnson's husband, through her, sent me a fun message. I don't know if you saw my mistakes were made video where I show how I messed up my wrist. I came up with an acronym there, which was BOSS, B-O-S-S, which was bad habits never die, autopilot never autopilot, and then sit to commit, and then stick with the plan. And that was my acronym to like talk about the mindset of dealing with new features. And his which I thought was pretty funny, is that complacency usually negates talent. And you can figure that acronym out for yourself, but I thought that was pretty funny. But it really kind of gets at that thing of, you know, when you're learning new things and you're doing aggressive things and you are taking risks, you can't get complacent. And, you know, complacency is the enemy when you're doing the kind of stuff that we do on mountain bikes. So that really should be there for all of us when we're riding our mountain bikes. That really should be part of all of our mindsets, is to avoid complacency, to be active and always just kind of being attentive. Yeah, cool. That's talking about mindset. There's all those, it's a little mixed up in there, but I hope you dug this video. If you did, hit that like button. If you are new to the channel, this is the MTB Allen channel. I'm Alan. New videos every Monday, as well as these raw vlogs. Hit the subscribe button, join the crew, and you'll be getting new videos from me all the time. Yeah, hope you dug it.